Let's see who's up, who's awake, who's up at this time of night. Wait for the notice to go out. Clear that shit. Damn. Boom. Got that noti. Got that noti. Let's see who's up. Apparently nobody up. They got one person up. One person up. Hit that like button. Hit that like button as you get in here. That like button. Let's see who's up. What up, Gates Open Media? What's good with you? What's good? Yeah, I usually don't even do live streams this late. At least not playing. At least not playing. I don't know. I just was like, I ain't been live in a minute. Had to see what's up with y'all. Who's up? Tap in midnight, Friday morning, technically over here. Probably gonna chill. Once we get like 10, then I'm gonna start. Let's get 10. We got 7. Got 7 people. 3 ball. What up, Zevy Savage? What up with you? Tapping into new people tonight. New people tonight. What I think about the poison water in Delaware? Another form of population control. Another form, they're gonna force you to buy bottled water. Fund all these big corporations yet again, like that nasty Dasani water Coca-Cola owns. So same thing. Same thing. You know what type of time they on. They're basically causing a problem and then creating a solution. Same thing with these mass shootings. And it's crazy how, well, like 2 days ago, we had one in Nashville. Now, fast forward today, or excuse me, Wednesday. They had one in Memphis at Yo Gotti's mother's restaurant on a Wednesday night when it's super busy. And they always do this in waves. A lot of this stuff they really do in waves, especially with the mass shootings. We'll have this long stint where we don't hear anything about it, and then suddenly, poof, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 in the span of a month. Like, I think at this point, just about every major city in Tennessee has had at least one that was planned, allegedly. I think the only city that didn't might have been Clarksville. Like, we had Chattanooga, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, I think 2 years ago. So, yeah. When there one in El Paso, yeah, they had one there. They had one in Waco, Uvalde, Texas. I think that was last year. Said shooting happened in Colorado, where you live. Damn, I mean, we know about the other one in Colorado too with the Joker. No notification from YouTube for me going live till you hit your phone. Yeah, it's weird. There's like this delay. There's like this weird delay with the notifications. Like I sat for probably a whole minute or something before the actual notification went out. So I don't know. YouTube be weird about this stuff. That's all I know. Be mad weird. But yeah, I say we live in a real life GTA for the simple fact all the different events that goes on around us. Like I said, with the mass shootings. What up, Mac TV? That hit the like button too. The mass shootings, the stuff that involved the CV-19, all of it. I don't know how people don't pick up on the patterns because they run the same play over and over and over and over till eventually some people just don't wake up. I'm like, really? Y'all don't peep this pattern? This ain't a little weird to you? Like, they keep running basically the same story, then recycling certain phrases, changing out certain things, like maybe the place or the name or something. Like, come on. What up, Bronze Flat Power Guy in the building? You got a questions related, but you had to ask, can I do an MMA rig series on my channel sometime for a change of content? I could. I don't really watch a whole lot of MMA myself. Like, I did when I was younger, but now, usually when they have those fights, they be late as hell, man. either I'm busy doing something else or I'm out and about whenever they have like the main event stuff. I'm like, they'll wait till like 12:30 for the main event. All these fights leading up to it. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on. Just give me the main event at a better time. So most of the stuff that goes on are rituals. Yeah, they got to make sure they time it up on the certain point in time, in that day, specific time of the day, specific date, everything. PSYOP season all the time, yes. And it has to serve their agenda too. Also has to serve their agenda. So, they have to do that too. Like, we know what it is with the mass shootings. Take away the guns, militarize the police. Basically turn America into Australia. Minus the crazy ass wildlife. That's really what they're going for. And the thing that blows my mind is they always want to blame the guns like the guns have a brain of its own. Like it just grew legs and it walked and decided to do what it did. And of course the people who do it, Manchurian candidates. So human life as we know it has to be scripted beyond words. I'd say the events let me put it like this. The events that the mainstream media present to us is scripted. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm not gonna say like we don't have any control over anything that goes on in our life whatsoever. Because obviously we got some wiggle room. But the events around us, like how the world shut down in 2020, yeah, planned out. Probably the better word. Planned, predetermined, whatever you want to call it. Same thing with these celebrities too, like Jonathan Majors. I did a YouTube short about it, 2-3 days ago. And all of a sudden he's in the news. Well, first it was him on that magazine cover. Then the situation that popped off this past week. All right after you get these movie roles, these movies that line up back to back. And I knew something was going to happen at some point when I saw, I was like, he and Creed and Ant-Man a week apart. And you getting all this media coverage, obviously to promote the movie as well, but all this media coverage, like, they ain't going to make you pay in some way, shape, or form. You serious? Come on. And then we saw the magazine cover. Shit, Rona said he gonna be BRB. But yeah, honestly, I'm to the point now with a lot of shit that goes on. I'm just like, I kind of roll my eyes at it now when I see some of the shit because it's like, it's the same thing over and over and over. Like, when are they gonna switch it up? And ironically enough about Memphis, because I want to go back to the mass shooting thing. I was talking to someone the other day. They were like visiting from Dallas. And they mentioned they had been to Memphis recently, like in the last week. And they were talking about how much like you could feel that hate there. Like, but he'd never been to a place where he felt so much hate, like amongst people. He was saying he went to like a cigar shop. And just to go buy some cigars, that's it. They had to lock the door behind him once he got inside. That's how dangerous it is there. That's crazy as hell. You can't do regular shit. No water. You can't do regular shit. And they gotta lock the door. Are you serious? Like if crabs in the barrel mentality was a city, it'd be called Memphis. Say the Majors guy was doing Army commercials. Why him? The Army took those commercials down after he got arrested. They always do that shit. Once you get arrested or in trouble, they tarnish your name. They gotta take some shit down. It's like Powerade took down their ad with John Morant. Because Powerade made a comeback with John Morant, what they call a Gatorade. Situation happened with him and the gun, little pea shooter in Denver. Oh, we gotta pull it. It's like Michael Phelps. He went through his emulation ritual, and his sponsors and shit was like, we pulling that shit. Sorry, sir, we pulling that. They gotta sell to make it look real. It's part of you paying your dues. Really, in a way, it's showing you just as easy as you got this, that's as quick as we can take it away as well. Who was it? Mike Epps on The Breakfast Club. He mentioned everybody in Hollywood at some point they had some type of dirt on them. There was some type of dirt. Like no one got in the game clean, which we notice. But the people that want to worship these celebrities, they like to think, oh, they're such good people. Halo effect. Ah, he's famous. He has money. I see him smiling all the time. He smiles in this picture. Them niggas be miserable as hell. To be honest, they hate their life. Most of them hate their lives. They wish they could be regular people again, but that shit too late. But as far as Majors doing the commercial, I mean, look, bro, the nigga built like a brick house. They got to get someone who looks the part. You can't get Charles Barkley in an Army commercial. It's just not gonna be convincing. It's like, all right, Charles, like cut the shit. Who you fooling? Yeah, this might be the latest I've ever done a live stream. I think. But yeah, seriously, like who you fooling though with that shit? Like for real. What up, OTF AJ? Said they go to the parties and be recorded barely on camera. That's the blackmail they have on this shit. Some of them. Some of the blackmail. Because you think about all the other stuff that might pop out about them later on that they've been doing that wasn't necessarily just at those parties, just shit they've been doing that they knew about that was encouraged, where they're like, all right, we gonna keep that on file. We gonna remember that. You want to act out. You want to purchase things that we don't think you should be owning. Oh, we got something for you. Speaking of those parties, who was it? Jaleel White. He was getting interviewed by Drewski. It was like a YouTube short. And Drewski was like, yeah, I ain't seen you in a while or whatever. I think it was like talking about like after parties and stuff. Like, I ain't seen you in a while or something like that. And someone brought up after parties. I think it was Jaleel White. And then he goes, yeah, because I haven't been going to a lot of those parties and stuff, man. But I know like you've been going to something like that. And Drewski like cut him off quick as hell and tried to end the little, their little superficial interview. Super fast. What up, Tribe of Judy? Said real life Truman Show. Exactly. But yeah, with these like parties and shit, bro, they try to make it sound so cool to like, oh, we're going to Diddy's after party, blah 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 blah. To the average person, like, oh, it's just rich people drinking, fucking IG models. No. It's your rapper, your favorite rapper, with another one of your favorite rappers, allegedly, and a label exec or an actor. Just go through any Vlad interview where they bring up parties and celebrities. There's always some weird shit being mentioned in the most subtle way. Unless it's Charlemagne talking. Charlemagne got no filter. So you're not big on using social media or care about what celebrities are doing on social media. People be seeking too much attention. Yeah, when it comes to like following celebrities, I really don't follow many. I really don't think I follow any on social media. I think the only ones I do is if they drop a skit, but other than that, nah. Because most of it be like real superficial shit. Like, if it's a rapper, it's probably they showing some prop money, some fucking diamonds or some shit. My bad, fake diamonds. To keep up their image. But as far as, social media, if I use it for anything, it's really for information, or maybe I just want to laugh. Like, I don't know, I went down a rabbit hole just looking at random animal facts. I think it was on YouTube the other day. Dude named Casual Geographic. This black dude just rattles off. Nigga be having bars too. He be having straight punchlines with this shit. About just random animal facts that you just wouldn't even know. Like there was one he was talking about the anteater. I didn't know the claws of an anteater are so sharp it could cut through concrete. I'm gonna say that again. The claws on the anteater are so sharp they can cut through concrete. Like, that's some crazy shit to me. That's the type of shit I find interesting. Like, I kind of want to see an animal, like, fight a human. But I feel like it wouldn't be a fair fight. Even if it was something smaller. Like a honey badger versus a person. But that honey badger would fuck a dude up. I don't care. Did I see the Wildflies recent live stream on Denver Airport and new documents? No, I haven't seen that. Is it a, was that a YouTube channel, the Wildflies? Let me see. Look that shit up. The Wildflies. What kind of content do they make? Is it just a lot of different, I guess, truther stuff, or like what do they, I guess, specialize in? The Wildflies. The Wildflies. Let me look that up. Taiwan, no nigga. The Wildflies. Denver. I see the infographic show. The scary mystery behind the Denver airport. I don't know if that's it. But nah, you're gonna tell me who the Wildflies is. Yeah, I see the no-fly zone with the Denver Broncos. Pretty sure that ain't it. Pretty sure that ain't it. Casual Geographic. Yeah. Casual Geographic, yeah. Dude got like what, over 1 point something million subs or something. I just stumbled upon him YouTube Shorts. Because I swear YouTube Shorts be knowing you better than you think you know yourself. Say YouTube, all things most people won't admit to believe is real. Take away like things like aliens and shit like that. Cloning, yeah, because you know, I'm waiting for the day they really just like drop a bomb like that on people. I wouldn't hold my breath and fully expect to happen in that way. But one of them days they gonna do some shit. Like if it's an alien, if it's gonna be something alien related and they really like drop it off to the people or to the masses, it would probably be Project Bluebeam. It would fuck that, it'd definitely be Project Bluebeam. It'd be some super over the top shit. And then it would show, hey, if they fell for this, or they could put the truth there, but also mix it in with a lie as well. If they fell for this, we can put anything out there with Project Bluebeam. I mean, shit, look at the football games. They had a whole Black Panther like crawling all over the Panther Stadium as like an anime. That's some wild shit. No pun intended. Like, that's crazy to me that they can even do that now. So I think LeBron has different, I guess, different versions of himself. Yeah, you remember when he was playing with the Lakers, I think 2 years ago, and they had spotted his clone sitting courtside. It was like LeBron was in the game, and then in the back chilling, there was like his quote unquote clone sitting courtside. And they've done that with a couple athletes and a few. They had the Aaron Rodgers doppelganger. They did the State Farm commercial where Aaron Rodgers had a clone. They did something about State Farm. State Farm did it with Chris Paul and Cliff Paul. Steph Curry, I forgot what his other one was. Steph Curry and the other one with the glasses back when he was doing State Farm commercials. Who else? There was another one, I think it was like a hyperbaric chamber where it had 2 Steph Currys. Yeah, I think that was it. They had a hyperbaric chamber with 2 Steph Currys in there. And we even saw Kevin Hart mention Steph Curry was a robot. Allegedly. So it's not out of realm of possibility. And then Draymond Green's mom mentioned how it wasn't even the same Draymond, and we didn't see Draymond Green straight up freeze up at a press conference. It was when Festus Ezeli and him were both up there, and he had this 5-minute stare. Didn't move, didn't blink, mouth left open, big ass teeth. And then I think when Festus finally said Draymond, he snapped out of it. So there's something going on at Michigan State. Something like what? Are they in another scandal? You know how certain schools, they always tend to get in trouble with some shit. Always. Or have a player that gets in trouble. Oh, as far as MK Ultra, yeah. Magic Johnson, Draymond Green, those are like the main, I'd say really the main two. As far as Michigan State goes, but yeah. Duke, North Carolina. Just look at certain schools that tend to have monarch athletes like Duke, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Grant Hill. Like, just look at the pattern of the players that they have. Zion Williamson, Duke, and who the coach was, Coach K. The one that coached Team USA. Was primarily MK assets. So a lot of journalists come out of the Michigan State area too, huh? Shit, Alabama in football. That's another one. The Halloween night Lakers game with the appearance of LeBron variant in the stands. Other celebs was there with the lookalikes that were at the game. Was that Halloween night? I thought that was a different night that happened. I don't remember being Halloween night. It might have been. But I do remember that though. That nigga chilling, and he had on the rings and everything. I'm not convinced that was just some random person dressing up. You could argue that with the Aaron Rodgers fan. You could legit argue that. But NASA still their symbol from an African tribe. That's supposed to represent a serpent. When the NASA, they're not even a government organization. A lot of people don't even know that shit. At least common folk don't know that shit. And just automatically assumed that NASA's a government organization. No, nigga. That nigga's literally there to lie to your ass. Like all the different pictures of the planets and stuff that you've seen in books that NASA took pictures of, allegedly. Computer generated shit. Appreciate it, B.A. Baracus. All that computer generated shit. Who do I have? CJ Stroud or Bryce Young? Stroud. The only thing about like Bryce Young, you know, they always worried about his size. That's the biggest knock on him is he gonna be big enough? Still, the main topic of discussion is like, where's Lamar gonna go? When he was in school, it was only 9 planets. Now that's discovered over 1,000. Bro, when I was in school, it started off at 9, then it went to 8 because they took away Pluto because they were like, man, fuck Pluto. And when I was out of school, I think that's when they introduced 1,000 other planets. So LeBron is definitely a cyborg. You don't care what no one says. Year 15, LeBron hitting threes all of a sudden. Yeah, he magically started hitting a step. Like he developed a step back 3-point shot in his 15th year in the league. Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? Like, seriously. If it was like his 5th year and he was doing that, all right, I see it. But 15, a decade and a half, and suddenly you have a step back 3-point shot. Okay. Wait, I'm trying to figure out what. I don't even know what you're talking about. Real what? Is it true casual workers in fast food industries will be replaced with robots in the future? They already started it. They already started. There is a, before I get to fast food, there is some gas station. I saw this in the Midwest where you can't use cash whatsoever and you have to actually buy something to even unlock the bathroom door just to go to the bathroom. Like there's no cashier there. I think you got to use a card to pay at the pump. I think even to get inside there, you got to buy gas to get inside or some shit. And then they got like kind of like vending machines for everything else, like food and drinks and stuff. They got it cased up, so you can't just run in that motherfucker and steal shit. But fast food, yeah, look at McDonald's when they have like the AI ordering thing. You literally can just, instead of, if you don't want to talk to nobody and wait in the line, you just walk up to that, pick what you want, boom, slide your card in there. And besides, you know, them bringing you food, that's really about it. They already got burger flipping machines. Like automation is a real thing. Like I learned that shit in sociology in college about automation and all that shit. McDonald's ice cream machine will still be broken without physical people. Yeah, they probably gonna have a robot tell you, yeah, that shit don't work. You want that McFlurry? It don't work. Whole machine, whole bender over there telling you it don't work. Talking about some kiss my shiny metal ass. But yeah, you already see that with music too. But not so robots, AI, what are you gonna call it? Well, they got whole apps that can just develop and put together melodies automatically. You don't even have to really put much thought into it. And I was just curious what like other producers thought about it. Because on one end, could it be useful? Yes. On another, that's scary. Because it's like, hold up. You're taking away the human aspect of creativity. If you have this AI doing all this shit for you. Or doing it on its own. There was one, it can change his voice. This dude made a whole day and night song using Kanye West's an AI generated version of Kanye's voice. And it sounded a lot like Kanye. It sounded like some shit Kanye actually did. AI gonna take over machines versus humans? Yeah. iRobot, that's what that was. AI took the fuck over. You remember, I forgot what that robot's name was that they introduced in 2018. Where it talked about it was gonna destroy the human, or enslave the human population. That was a foul ball. I forgot who it was, but they had mentioned it. Sophia, thank you. Yeah, Sophia. And that was around the time they introduced those sex dolls too. That for some weird reason, dudes were, well, I guess, probably didn't know how to talk to women, number one, but wanted to get them as a girlfriend, like a companion. Some obviously they wanted to, you know, stick their dick in it, but some of them, they just wanted like as a girlfriend to just like, you know, sit and chill and watch a movie type shit. It was kind of weird. They already were with the Mach 5 androids. They had one that was a barista too. Could like take orders and everything. I don't trust it to actually accurately make all those drinks, but yeah, they had one with baristas. Like sitting at like I guess a makeshift coffee shop. She's also the first female robot to have citizenship in Dubai. It's sad where we're headed. And it depends on, yeah, and it also depends on the generation too. Like the millennials, like my generation, wouldn't necessarily be as cool with that shit. The younger generation, they don't even want to learn how to drive. So they'd be more open to that shit. There's a video game out there that has to fight off evil robots who glitched out from their intended purpose. They had the commercial on TV for like a few days. But I feel like that's a lot of video games. I don't know what specific game you're talking about, but I feel like that's a lot of video games. So in a way, it's a good thing because the orders are quicker and you don't have to talk too much. Bro, let me tell you, the first time I saw this, I remember I was at my friend's house or whatever, and it was a couple years ago. It was like, it was raining really bad. I really don't know why I walked to fucking McDonald's. Like, it was 3-minute walk. And I'm like, bro, I'm hungry as hell, bro. What's open? It's like Taco Bell, Hard Pass, Cookout. That shit too far. Fuck, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I go down there, I see this long ass line right at the door. And then I see this machine that didn't really have anyone there. And some people just looking puzzled at it. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'll walk up to it just to see what it was. It's like, oh, you ordered with this. I'm like, hell no, I'm not finna do this shit. Like, fuck that. I waited in the long ass line up to the door. Fuck that. I'd rather talk to a real person than do that shit. They even had a movie about it. Oh, snap. I was listening to the Raw Room podcast and someone had brought that up. Holy shit. Yeah, Alex Sweet had brought that movie up. That's crazy. You mentioned that movie. Yeah, the dude had like a relationship with Siri or something like that. And whenever he wanted to have sex, Siri would get or the AI would get a real chick so he could have sex with her or something like that. Like, it was some weird shit. And he was like, he didn't want to because it didn't feel right or something. Like, it's some wild shit. What up, Lorenzo? So the AI in music is crazy. The AI can make a whole album of dead and alive musicians. It makes you wonder about all them albums they had a Tupac. I still say nigga faked his death, allegedly. But like a Tupac after he died. Or a lot of these artists, like how the hell they have all? I get they recorded a lot of music. How they have all this shit though? Like how they still have Pimp C verses dropping in the 2020s? Like how they have whole Pimp C verses? Atomic Hearts is the game they're talking about. I don't think I've heard of that. Atomic Hearts. So you have 2 friends who graduated high school who don't drive and haven't made an effort to get their license. Damn. That is wild to me. When I was younger, if you could drive, you had freedom. You could go to parties, you could get some food, you could be out later. Sometimes being out later wasn't necessarily a good thing, but like freedom. I get you can Lyft drive and all that, or yeah, get you a Lyft ride or whatever, but like you don't know how to drive? That's crazy. So if Hobson's really playing the role of Gucci Mane, is not really a clone. How they get the voice to match it don't sound like the original Gucci Mane. Like the original Gucci Mane, he had like this more nasally voice. And the original Gucci Mane also had that underbite. If to get it that closely, you'd have to practice that shit. It's no difference in, you know, how these British actors, these British black actors come over here and Franklin Saint, dude who plays Franklin Saint, talks like an American, whole British dude. Dude who played Spencer, an All-American, British dude. Sound like he's from the West Coast in the show. Like you practice it enough, you get good at it. Joaquin, we say Quake and Phoenix or however. Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, San Diego State or FAU, SDSU. So FAU getting a push because they're moving to the AAC next year, which is ironic because UConn is in the AAC. Super ironic. So the ocean is a lot more creepy than hell yeah, bro. They got squids with 20-foot tentacles, nigga. That if they touch you, it's like deep, deep, deep. Like if you to even think you could see it, you would die before you'd even be able to witness this shit. But like that it could like touch something and it can't even move from it because it's so, I don't know, sticky, I guess, for lack of a better term. Like there's literally like water that eagles will drown in that is so salty. Like at the bottom, not the very bottom, but like deep, deep, deep down in the water. Think about that. Rivers, underwater rivers that fish can drown in. Think about that concept. Fish can drown in rivers in water. SpongeBob wasn't bullshitting when they had that beach or whatever. Like, why is there a beach underwater? SpongeBob, they knew what they was doing in SpongeBob. A couple of people seen what was down there, actual lake. Then guys, helicopter allegedly exploded the next day. Black Mirror episode where they have AI creating music and robots perform. I think that was one of Miley Cyrus. Or she got replaced by the AI robot. And like they did that conscious transfer shit. They had Tupac shouting out G-Unit on the track. Damn. Yeah, you can fake a death in Vegas. Talking about Gucci Mane was taller than the current one. Say bodysuits Tyler Perry uses them. Hence why he plays so many characters, only him. Shit, cheaper too. Versus having to pay all these different actors and actresses to play them roles. I mean, think of Big Mama's House. Martin Lawrence. Many actors on The Wire were British too. And Idris Elba in that motherfucker too. So you got Miami winning it. The whole Walking Dead cast British. A lot of British. Yeah, they be taking, they outsourcing shit. Like how they outsource for shit with Indians. They outsourcing them acting roles too. So just being on the beach at night is creepy as fuck. I wouldn't be as worried about being on the beach at night being creepy. If I'm in the water, that'd be a different story. Then the NCAA men's basketball tournament, there's no top prospects in this year's Final Fours. They basically just lined it up for really UConn. Like I said, going tournament, UConn it was weird how they had that commercial, that bracket commercial. It was literally the day they did the selection Sunday, that night. It was like, go with your gut, UConn. It's like a 15, you can look it up on YouTube, 15-second clip. Go with your gut, UConn. I was like, that's really weird. Out of all the teams you could have said, go with your gut, UConn. They're the only team we're really used to seeing win national championships out of the four. Miami, San Diego State, FAU. You from Mississippi to Gulf Coast and your water is salty. But I think Shock G and Pooh Shiesty the same person. It's weird the timing of Shock G's death. I say if anything, they might have been related somewhere down the line. They just didn't mention it. British men are more masculine than American men. The reason that you heard is why there's more British men playing roles. I've actually never heard that before. The reason is why they pick British men. I'd say if anything, it's more flexibility too. I mean, you could play, if you need to play a British role, I mean, shit, you British, you already got the accent down pat. And then, you play the American role too. 50 Cent and Pac have a song together. Excuse me, Pac says G-Unit and 50, but it sounds kind of chopped. UConn is the best team. Yeah, they made it an easy fucking path. Like, they had them beat the shit out of Gonzaga. But in SpongeBob on his license, his address, if you Google it, it's a real place. They say it was Epstein's Island or a place where they tested bombs on innocent people. Damn. I'm gonna have to look that up. Say Bama, UConn, and Zaga the most talented this year. They never want Gonzaga to win that shit. Ever. They pick British actors because it's cheaper. Yeah, kill two birds with that shit. 2 birds with 1 stone. Kind of the same with the black British actors too. Flexibility. If they need Idris Elba to be American, he can be American. If they want to be British, Hey, do that shit too. So UCLA is gonna be a blue blood because of their national championships, but since the 21st century, UConn won 3 titles. 2 of them, 3 the men and the women won the same years. I mean, UCLA's always been a blue blood. Like that shit don't change just because you haven't won in recent years. Like if you known as like a traditional power like your Dukes, like Duke could go on a 10-year drought and not, which I'd be cool with that, and not win a national championship in basketball. They're still a blue blood program. Kentucky could go on a 10-year drought. They still a blue blood program. Like Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, UCLA. It's ironic all them teams are blue. Villanova. That's crazy. They are all those teams are literally blue. UConn. No British actor can duplicate Sam Jackson yelling. Yeah, that's one of a kind, man. That's one of a kind. 1958 Encyclopedia Antarctic region says there's a dome of firmament. 13,000 feet above the sky. I always said, like, if you think about the concept of a football dome, like a dome for football, even baseball, say like the Rays, they had to get that concept somewhere. Like, that just didn't come out of thin air. Like, what if we build a stadium there and put a roof on? No, nigga, it was like, let's tell people something without really telling them something. SpongeBob was ahead of his time. Many of the episodes are relevant to this day of the world today, with being hooked to something and addicted to drugs. Think about the fast food in SpongeBob. Think of the chum bucket. Oh, no one went there, but think of the chum bucket. Or the colored Krabby Patties, how everyone got sick and that shit was nasty. And how these fast food restaurants would experiment with different colored shit. You still ain't won since 95. So you still a Hoyas fan, no chip coming soon. Nah. Yeah, that's one of the blue bloods that kind of fell by the wayside a bit. A little bit. No, I was watching Wu-Tang yesterday. I think it was... This one hit different. It was the one with GZA, because they did like kind of like stories following certain creations of certain albums. And there was like, it's a whole like storyline that deviates from the main storyline to like to follow the concept of the album. And they did one with GZA, and they were talking about in the future how rap's getting diluted. And I'm just thinking this shit hit different. Like how rap's getting diluted. Like literally everything we're seeing now, how there's more violence, the youth would rather shoot someone than fight and all this stuff. And GZA being the voice of reason, talked about artists being in 360 deals, signing to major labels, selling out. At one point, I think it was the same one. Yeah, at one point, the dude playing Raekwon, he had like this, I'm gonna call him, I guess, a lackey. Had the black and white checkerboard on the jacket. Raekwon had on the crown, the gold crown and the throne. And he talked about his mom had died. And like how he still had to keep working and keep making hits. And his mom was in a gold casket. A gold fucking casket. Alluding to sacrifice. And at one point, they were on this basketball court, and GZA was trying to speak peace and all this stuff. These two gangs were like beefing or something. And Freddie Gibbs was the leader of one gang. Light-skinned dude was the leader of another. Around their neck, they had iPhones upside down like this. And it had an NFT on it. And mind you, this is supposed to be GZA in the 90s, early 2000s, talking about how hip-hop's going to be now. And think about how accurate that was. So speaking of food, Chick-fil-A got the best milkshake. I've never had a milkshake from Chick-fil-A. I don't know, I'm lactose intolerant. That shit'll fuck my stomach up. I like smoothies. I want to remind you that the people still believe in the Lakers. Well, then they gonna have their dreams crushed. Everybody sound the same, every rapper. I wouldn't say that. It kind of gets to the point now, it's really by region. They accents differentiate each other. And each one kind of has their own thing. Each region, that is, has their own thing. I don't know, I hear music differently. It's not just necessarily the rapper's voice or the flow. The Milk is banned in Japan, Canada, and in New Zealand. So BYU's gonna be the team to beat. I remember when they thought Jimmer Fredette was gonna be something. I see the NBA trying to make Austin Reeves a star. Yeah, they trying too hard. Talking about he the new Kobe, really? He the new Kobe. He the new Kobe. Austin Reeves the new Kobe. Stop it. Fuck you fooling. Do rappers and athletes go to underground areas, places you don't see on the maps to do such rituals? Allegedly. Allegedly. Sometimes in their own home. Sometimes at these parties. Allegedly. Y'all saw RZA and Crazy Bone with the same person when he was younger? Oh, nah. Nah. The real music's still out there, but you'll never hear it on the mainstream radio. You gotta search deep on YouTube. Yeah, you gotta go out your way and actually find music and shit, bro. Like, if you just talking about mainstream, of course a lot of that shit gonna sound the same. But if you actually like go out your way and actually like I guess manually search for the shit, or sometimes Apple be coming through and they'll suggest knowing what you listen to, suggest you some shit from an artist that ain't necessarily mainstream. That's like, hey, you might like this, and then lo and behold, boom, rabbit hole. You found a new artist that you fuck with. Shit, I found one from an Axe commercial. An Axe commercial, bro, of all places. And I couldn't even find the song from the Axe commercial. I found the artist, but I couldn't find that song on Apple Music, which is kind of backwards. But dude makes dope ass music, and he's not even a mainstream artist or anything. So there's rappers that don't get much attention, like the likes of Vin Echo, and Locksmith. I think of those three, I've heard of Locksmith. And for a great metal band, check out the Browning. Shit, that's a genre that kind of fell off. Rock and roll. That shit, I feel like if there was one genre you could say legit died, I'd argue rock and roll died. Or traditional rock and roll. Because the elements of mainstream genres kind of ripped it apart, really. Like country music took elements of rock, rap took elements of rock, pop took elements of rock, EDM took a little bit of their elements too. And at this point, really, there's no real, sounds like trap and shit, there's no real defined genres. Like fucking country uses 808s and hi-hats now. I mean, you got, who's that, Morgan Wallen doing shit with Lil Durk. And Morgan Wallen, the dude, said the N-word. Do I remember Steve Logan from Cincinnati? Dude was a hog. Steve Logan. I'm drawing blank on that one, my guy. IG always has ads for these strange industry plans that no one ever heard of. I always get ads for different like plugins for music. So metal is the new rock. I think the most I hear of any rock is really like local, like live bands when they play at like bars and shit. Which I'd rather hear that. If it's rock, I'd rather hear like more local shit. I mean, mainstream rock, like I said, that shit dead. Rappers are the new Lil Uzi Vert, prime example. Playboy Cardi. Yeet. Fucking yeet. They stop looking for a mainstream to give you real music. You have to go out there and look for the real music. Even back in the golden era, mainstream music suppressed certain artists. I say around like 20, where they really kind of just stopped pushing like good quality artists. Like for real, you say they stopped pushing. I say around like 20. What was that when the SoundCloud shit blew up? Like 2016, 7-ish. That's when they really stopped pushing quality artists, and it's like you really had to start going out your way on. You really had to go down a SoundCloud rabbit hole because I don't think people using DatPiff like that to find some shit. Like when I was in high school, shit, they were pushing shit like Kendrick Lamar. Who else was there? I think T.I. still had a little mini run. ASAP Rocky, like motherfuckers who was actually still talented. J. Cole. Now, yeah. Besides like maybe 3 of them, the rest, oh nah. So check out Clutch. I think that's a metal band, I assume. That sounds like a metal band named Clutch. I don't know. I ain't crazy about metal though. When I was younger, yeah, but like now I'm older. If it's rock or anything, it gotta be some chill shit, man. It gotta be like some Sublime, Red Hot. It gotta be sound like that. Red Hot Chili Peppers, like some mellow shit. Say it's stoner rock. Okay, okay. Now we talking. Currency had you on DatPiff every week, bro. Currency used to drop tape on tape on tape, bro. DatPiff, they still got a DatPiff app, bro. Like a lot of this stuff. Fun fact: if you don't want to pay for streaming, a lot of this stuff that you find on Apple Music, whether it be mainstream or non-mainstream, in most cases, you can find it on DatPiff for free. Fun fact. And you can listen to the old shit that might still not be on Apple Music. Say you like to listen to like the older Currency tapes that might not be on Apple Music. It's on DatPiff. Just download the app on your phone. You'll have it. If it don't play, it's on Apple Music and they didn't rights and switch over and shit. And distribution and change. He was a big Mac Miller fan. His music was always evolving, but he part of the game. He showed all the symbolism. Might not even be dead. Yeah, dude, Mac Miller, I was talking to Dale about this like that Saturday. Yeah, Mac Miller was so fucking talented. Like even his old mixtapes, man, Mac Miller was that dude. Now, of course, he a JW, of course. But yeah, Mac Miller, bro, was talented as hell. I refuse to listen to that album he dropped after he quote unquote died. I listen to Lloyd Banks' newest album, The Course of the Inevitable. No. Most of like the older New York rappers I don't listen to anymore. Like people from like that, I guess that Dipset, that early 2000, that era, if they drop a new shit, I'm probably not gonna listen to it. Like if Joel Santana dropped the album right now, I am not fucking listening to that shit. Not saying Joel's wasn't talented, but I ain't listening to that shit. If Jim Jones dropped the album right now, I'm not fucking listening to that shit. Wiz Khalifa, one of my favorite. Currency stay dropping. I seen him. He been doing a lot of stuff with Jermaine Dupri. So I'm on they had a Drink Champs. I think they did one of those. What they call that shit? From the Block. I think they did one of those. It's a weird combination. Said the DatPiff app won't work. I don't know if you got Android or not, but it'll work on my phone. Yeah, DatPiff. I found so many artists through DatPiff before they got mainstream and shit. Like, shit, 2 Chainz, YG, ASAP Rocky. Who else? Kendrick's old shit. Like Kendrick, like before Overly Dedicated, before Good Kid, Mad City. Go listen to Kendrick's older stuff, bro. Like, dude is so fucking talented. He redid like every song off the Carter 3. I think just about every song off the Carter 3 straight fire. Chris Webby, I ain't heard that name in a minute, bro. Damn, yeah, there used to be a good amount of white rappers back in the day. Yeah, Mac Miller, Asheroff was dropping heat. The only thing he got labeled a one-hit wonder because I Love College got too big, too fast. Chris Webby, MGK when he was still rapping, he could spit. Yellow Wolf had his little run too. Who else? There's some white rappers. There was a good amount of white rappers back in the day. Say Sam Smith is Mac Miller. I done heard that shit. I don't believe it though. Smokey Robinson tape was on repeat. Mac Miller died 4 years ago. That made me feel old as hell. 4 years ago. Damn. What up, JD Davis? Cabin Fever, yes. My favorite is Taylor Alderdice. Hands down, my favorite Wiz Khalifa like tape. Taylor Alderdice, Cushion OJ, Cabin Fever, no skips. Shit, Juicy J, Blue Dream and Lean. That's up there for me. Dipset had a nice little song a few years ago called Glory. So old Wiz was great. He continues to get more sus and music is awful now. He been in the game damn near 20 years. Like same, we saw that with Snoop Dogg. Like he kind of been in there too long. Flight School, yep. Charles Hamilton. I remember when I was younger, I used to get him and Anthony Hamilton confused. Can't forget about Everlast. Oh, they did try to push Lil Dicky. They did. He can rap though. I'll say this. He really can rap. Like lyrically, dude can spit. It's just he was in that lane he was in was kind of like that comedian rap shit. Kind of like what's that nigga name? Zach Fox. Kind of like Zach Fox. It's like that comedy rap shit. I'll Do This with J-Rock was the first song you heard by Kendrick. Hood Gon' Love was the first song I ever heard by J-Rock and the first song I ever heard by Kendrick. And that's what made me listen to Kendrick. I was like, who is this? Because I think I'd heard the name Kendrick Lamar. Like I'd heard it in a game interview. Like who is this Kendrick Lamar dude? They keep talking about this Kendrick Lamar guy. Like he got crowned the king of the West Coast by Game, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre. Who is this dude? And then that verse, I was like, this nigga went in. And I was like, let me look him up. Dat Piff, boom, boom, boom. Overly Dedicated just dropped. I was like, yo, this dude is fucking dope. And I went through his old shit. Lil Windex. Oh shit. Lil Windex. I remember that one song cleaning it up. Like, cause Windex cleaned up. I remember seeing the video too, and I was like, bro, this can't be real. Like I joked that there's surely gonna be a rapper named Lil Walmart or Lil Windex. Lo and behold, there's a dude named Lil Windex. That was like that SoundCloud. It was like the back end. It was back when like Lil Pump and them got on. Charles Hamilton, B.O.B. and Asher Roth did have a track. That's right. They might have been in the same XXL class. I think so. I want to say, I might be wrong, but I want to say Big Sean and Kid Cudi was on that same class too. Or if not, I think Cudi might have been before Big Sean. 3 Poggers. Hell no. You listen to mainly Chicago rap, Bozo King, Lil G, and Young Drummer Boy. They try to make Wiz be the modern day stoner gangster rapper like Snoop. Oh yeah, that High School movie they try to do like, yeah, they try to do that shit. Like, he's Snoop's protege type shit. But the rapper that's gonna replace Snoop was Nipsey. If you're going off looks, Nipsey fit the mold more. Like both West Coast artists, both affiliated with Crips and shit like that. But as far as like the image, definitely they try to push Wiz as the next Snoop. Like he's the cool, non-violent dude who gets high. Or basically, I'm gonna put it like this: they push Nipsey as more so the '90s version of Snoop, and then Wiz as the more current version of Snoop, the family-friendly version. Only difference is that Nipsey didn't hit mainstream until what, the year he dropped Victory Lap. That was really when he hit mainstream. Other than that, a lot of people weren't listening to Nipsey like that. Like if you were really a hip hop head, you knew who Nipsey was. You probably heard some songs, but A lot of people was like, after he died, they were like, I think I've heard the name, but I've never heard a song by him. And then all of a sudden, everybody became a Nipsey fan suddenly. Yes, sir. Pussy and Patron with Ab-Soul. I think he just dropped some new shit too. Schoolboy Q was your favorite from TDE. Oh man, Schoolboy. He ain't dropped nothing in a minute either. You just started listening to more Detroit rappers. Peasy. I know about Peasy. Peasy, Payroll Giovanni. Obviously, Sada Baby, Icewear Vezo, Babyface Ray. Game over. But yeah, bro, Detroit got too many to count at this point. The first one of like the main, I guess the newer ones was like Snap Dog. And I wasn't really crazy over Snap Dog. So your rap knowledge stops around Wiz and Mac. You don't listen to anyone now, you don't vibe with NBA Youngboy. It's not bad, just you just getting old for that mess. Some songs I fuck with by Youngboy. Like I like his shit when he was younger. Some of his newer shit I can't listen to as much. Say Diabolic is a pretty good white rapper. Selly Sells Going Down Tonight still hits to this day. I remember when Danny Brown, oh, that's another Detroit rapper, Danny Brown. That nigga do podcasts now. Schoolboy just golfing and living life. He streams all the time too. Damn. That's what happens after rap. Niggas just stream. Niggas be streaming, bro. Is that if it ain't streaming, they podcasting? Former NFL, if you an athlete, podcast. All of them. And YouTube be pushing them too. Who was that white rapper from Minnesota? He was big independent guy. Fuck. Oh shit. I think Brother Ali. I want to say he was out by now. I think you talking about Brother Ali. Family Guy has something where Chris said about going to a rap concert and listen to a guy by the name of Nipsey Hussle, who they tried to make us know. Folks on Twitter was mad about that. Oh, that was after he died or something, I'm pretty sure. Because I remember that episode. Yeah, that was after he died, I think. Or like around that time he had just got mainstream. But they were like 10 years too late, bro. I think NF is doing too much in his Hope music video promotion for his new album coming out next month. He was showing too much. May look like his lookalikes on the island with the. I don't listen to MF. I know who he is. I don't listen to that nigga. Lil White. Oh my God. Yes. 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 I still remember the words of Oxycontin, bro. That's a toxic ass song. That shit go hard, but that's a toxic ass song, bro. But nah, Lil White for sure. What modern day rappers do I listen to? Shit, Money Man. I listen to Money Man, Sauce Walker. I don't know. I go Larry June. Like, there's like a lot of different artists like I could go through. Cause I listen to so much music that the rotation might change week to week. One week it might be Memphis artists, the next week it might be Detroit rappers, next week West Coast rappers. Like if you ask me this question next week, you gonna hear a whole new answer. It wasn't Brother Ali. I know my friend showed me some weird ass Minnesota rapper one time, and I regret him showing that shit to me. Big X the Plug, that's another one I fuck with. Big X the Plug. Atmosphere, okay. Atmosphere, okay. I know you talking about. For analogy on the Nipsey Wiz comparison. I don't even know if they ever had a song together. Wiz and Nipsey. I don't think they did. Damn. I know Nipsey had a song with Drake back in like 2010. I think Killer. I don't even like Drake, but I actually do like that song. But yeah, Nipsey had a Drake feature back in like 2010, way before Nipsey got mainstream. Slug from Atmosphere is goated. 50 Tyson. He is from Minnesota. Holy shit. Someone said it listen to T Grizz, Eminem, and Lizzo. That's a weird combination. 50 Tyson. Man, speaking of 50 Tyson, I was scrolling through TikTok one day, and like sometimes they'll throw in a live. It was 50 Tyson rapping, bro. I can't make this up. 50 Tyson was rapping on a TikTok live. And this was like a week ago. I was like, wait a minute, bro. There's no way this 50 Tyson for real. Yeah, he's still at it, bro. 50 Tyson. What am I doing if a rapper try to take my girl up on stage in a concert? For one, I ain't going to the concert, number one. And if she left, then shit, she for the streets. What you mean? You think I'm gonna fight him and his bodyguards and whoever the fuck he got on stage over that one chick? Please. You when Nipsey supposedly died, you looked up his music and was like, this is garbage, not sure if people idolize him. Nipsey has some dope shit. I like Nipsey. The thing is, when rappers die and people haven't heard about them, the fact that they're dead in the I guess I'm put it like this: supply and demand, nigga. Supply and demand. Since the perception is this person is dead, I'm not gonna get any more new music, so the value goes up in our mind. That's why. It's like Tupac. Tupac, for my generation, he died while we were still like little kids. Like we knew of him, but he quote unquote died, so the demand for his shit went up because we knew, since he's dead, he can't make any more music. Same with Biggie. Like if Pac was still alive as Tupac, he would have fallen off. We didn't see him fall off. Nipsey was sacrificed, yeah. I still say nigga faked his death, but yeah. Detroit, Michigan, Detroit, Alabama, Detroit, Colorado. Nigga, you know it's Detroit. Did I ever listen to Andre Nicotina? No. Obviously Detroit, Michigan. I ain't never heard of Detroit, Alabama, or Detroit, Colorado. That's news to me. South Park recently aired an episode mocking Andrew Tate badly. Damn. I forgot, bro. Yeah, they be dropping new episodes. I ain't seen it yet. Drake got word that Nipsey was going to be better than him and had him offed. Nah, they said it was Meek Mill. I say if there was really anyone, I'd be looking at Jay-Z. That's who the Nipsey was supposed to meet with later that day before he got quote unquote killed. Supposed to be meeting Rock Nation and the LAPD. I say Jay-Z. Because you notice on the merch, they had that airplane and shit, the black and white airplane on supposedly Nipsey shit. And I'm pretty sure Nipsey wouldn't approve of that shit. The rapper death that hit you the hardest the last 10 years of Young Dolph. Yeah, that's hands down my favorite Memphis rapper of all time. And Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg was solid too. He was a teenager when Pac and Big died. Damn, I was 2 when Tupac died. If he talking about Nipsey or Tupac faked his death? I think Tupac or Pac had more music come out after he died than before. It's pretty close, better days. Yeah. Pac was also a workhorse too. He's like a workaholic. Because he knew he was going to die at 25. Quote unquote die. Was X sacrificed by Drake? I think so. I remember in the DJ Academics live stream, they did like a 3-hour interview where at one point X said that verbatim, that nigga Drake tried to sacrifice me when I was in jail, when he was fighting that case. X went so far to put it on Snapchat in one of his stories. Something happens to me, Drake did it. I'm snitching right now. Those are his exact words. So finally, South Park episodes not coming out during NFL season. Yeah, they've been taking longer breaks than usual. Jay-Z the Master Mason. Jay-Z slick overrated on some real shit. Like I ain't saying he ain't got no hits, but like the perception of Jay-Z musically, like he's overrated. Dolph reminds you of Mac Dre for some reason. Big fan of both, who he's hella tapped into the Bay too. I think that's because what? Ain't Burner from the Bay? I might be wrong, but I think Burner's from the Bay. I know Dolph was cool with Burner. Yeah, it's like saying Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or Mississippi. Remember seeing that in that Tupac movie? He said, "If I don't make 2 or 3 songs a day, I'm wasting my time." Yeah, a lot of these artists be workhorses. Who was it? Chris Brown. I think that nigga. They said he records like 10 songs a day or something. Like which you look at his album, he be dropping albums with like 80 songs on there. Shows like that's crazy, and he be singing and shit. Like your vocal cords got to be gone. Recording 10 songs a day. Who else? I think Young Thug. He records like a shit ton of songs a day. I won't say Lil Durk was like that. There's a good amount of artists that like they record a shit ton of music a day. He's at Creighton today. For work, I noticed that they have reserved parking spaces for Jesuits. The sign said Jesuits parking only. Damn. Big L better than Jay-Z. Jay-Z was downhill after Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z was put together. He took from so many rappers. He stole from Young Chris. When he started hanging around Young Chris, then you notice like a lot of the delivery and shit that Young Chris was known for, Jay-Z started doing. I respect the current generation of rappers. I don't know if respect is the word. I mean, if you talking about like just looking at work ethic, that's one thing. I can respect it even if you getting in there punching in whatever, you ain't writing shit. If you in there for 10 hours like working, I'm not gonna get mad at that. Like shit. Like most people who like to talk shit about other rappers and shit, who like to say all these rappers sound the same. You get in the booth and see what you do. See how good you are. You do that shit because like there's something to it now. There is something to it. Even if they talking about guns, even if talking about drugs and shit, there still is something to it. I don't like how this current generation of rappers try to glorify sexual stimulants. They be bragging about, I fucked a bitch on a perk. Like, fuck all night on a perk. Like, nigga, that's not cool. Nigga, you doing pills. Like, you popping pills. That ain't cool, motherfucker. You gonna be addicted, dumbass. Like, that's not cool. Or what's that shit, that honey pack shit? Some, like, shit you get from the gas station. Number one, I ain't getting no sexual stimulants from a goddamn gas station. That's where you fucking up already. Who's that, Memphis rapper? Finesse 2 Times. He was on the live talking about that shit. Like, he be putting in work with the honey pack. I'm like, y'all niggas lame as hell for that shit. Like, it'd be different if you say you don't need it, but like, you saying that you do need it to put in, like, okay. Yeah, Jay-Z did take Young Chris's flow. Then you saw NBA YoungBoy releasing a new album and it had 33 tracks. Oh yeah, that's another dude who be working hard too. YoungBoy be putting in a lot of work. But I think Jay-Z sacked Dame Dash. Allegedly Dame Dash. How come the bigger artists usually sacrifice the smaller ones? Because it's easy. Think about it. If you grew up a fan of, say, Moneybagg Yo, like, oh my God, I can't believe Moneybagg Yo offered me a Bread Gang chain. I'ma sign with him, I'm gonna get to tour with him, I'm gonna do songs with Moneybagg Yo. You gonna be you gonna be, I guess, mesmerized, kind of hypnotized by the fame, in a sense, and you gonna look past all the shady shit he might do, as far as taking money from you or any other little sly shit he might be doing. And the whole time, since you're signed to him, and he kind of controls your career, even though he signed to somebody else, he gonna know your movements. He gonna know how you move, and he gonna study that and take note. And then he could easily set your ass up. That's one of the main reasons you're not supposed to be signing to. Don't sign to another rapper, because they gonna, for number one, they gonna get jealous, especially if they see that, yo, this rapper's actually better than me. He could be a bigger star than me. Like Meek Mill with Lil Snoop. If you look at a lot of the interviews with Meek Mill and Lil Snoop, and they were freestyling, you could see the jealousy on Meek Mill's face. Whenever you could clearly see that Lil Snoop was outshining his ass. And he saw, this dude is younger than me and he's doing better than me. Or he's more talented, should I say. Jealousy's a real thing now. They ain't gonna like that shit. The theory that Aaliyah and Natalia LaRose and her uncle has her on MK Ultra / owns Aaliyah's unreleased music. So you meant for Beyonce, Aaliyah was gonna be the queen of pop / R&B. Oh, as far as like moving her out the way. Snoop low-key looked like, yeah, I've heard that shit too. That Lil Snoop was the baby and all that shit. I don't believe it though. Found out Kyrie's dad supposedly survived 9/11. His father went to Boston College, Jesuit College. Rich the Kid signed Famous Dex and seemed to use him while he was hot. That's nothing yet. They use him when they hot. I mean, shit, Rich the Kid ain't really hot himself, so that shit didn't work out too well. Oh, well, Famous Dex, he got on a lot of drugs. I don't remember if he got clean or not, but he got on a lot of drugs. It was, like, the low point was a couple years ago. He fell asleep on a live and was like, burnt his hand with his blunt because he was like off of Xan so bad. Same thing with Vaughn and Dark. Yeah, see that all the time. More importantly, don't sign to a nigga who's already signed to somebody else. Lil Snoop did a freestyle for like 60 minutes straight, if you remember. Meek Mill was there. Rapper's part of Kabbalah, yes. Famous Dex signed a $5.6 million contract. I didn't even know it was worth that much. Funny number. But yeah, I didn't know that. Say Action Bronson. I know he JW. Snoop was talented. You remember seeing Famous Dex hit a girl in the face. Yeah, that was a big thing too. There was another incident, he pulled a gun out on like a college student. Cause he was like, what, the college student like approached him, I think wanted a picture or something. But Famous Dex, paranoid and shit, used to Chicago, you can't have a gun on a college campus like that. That's a big no-no. Pulled it out, kind of startled him and shit. Yeah, Famous Dex had a little run too during that SoundCloud era. And I feel like it got worse when he signed to Rich the Kid. And I think personally he got put on the shelf at one point too. Because if you notice with certain artists, when they sign to a rapper, just look at, like, on Apple Music, look at the bottom, who's the distributor, who's the label. Sometimes if you ain't heard of them from a minute, you'll notice that the person they were signed to, or their label, ain't there anymore. It might just say, I forgot what Designers is, but whatever Designers label is, and then / Empire or something. They went the more independent route. A girl smacked Charles Hamilton and that kind of ended his buzz. People call him soft for not hitting her back. Wow. It's crazy the baby did the opposite and then turned to the bad guy. The rappers that claim they're independent usually low-key be lying, signed and lying. Or it's not so much, let me put it like this. From a business standpoint, they might still own their masters if they're independent. But as far as like from a Illuminati standpoint, what the fuck, they didn't sign that deal like that. Like Money Man. If you look at the red eye cover, it's literally a one-eye symbolism. You can't fucking miss it. Red background, one fucking eyeball on that bitch. One previous, he bowed silence. He's an independent artist. Business-wise. Distro through Empire. But clearly he down with them boys. You like Dex, he cracked you up. Yeah, Famous Dex, man. Famous Dex see that flow. Bad Bunny claims to be an independent artist. You that he's definitely, oh, well, sure, he's a puppet. That's why I said from a business standpoint. From a business standpoint, they could be, like Tory Lanez from a business standpoint is independent, but we know he down with them people. Was it Tory Lanez Meg situation scripted? Yes. Oh, man, got it. Yep. Whoa, Dexter. That shit fun. That shit, bro. I remember working out today in college, bro. That shit had a vibe to it, bro. Yeah, maybe you want to bump some Famous Dex, man. Some of his old shit. I don't know about his new shit, but his old shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Money Man joined when he signed with Cash Money. I always thought that was backwards as hell. I was like, bro, you would have been straight independent anyway. Then the first tape he dropped, I think the only tape he dropped when he was with Cash Money, Secret Society. I think he had a song on there talking about sacrificing nigga. I wonder what they talking about. Shit, on his new tape, what's that song called? Contributions. One of the lines was, if I was to join the Illuminati, I sacrifice. What is it? If I was to join the Illuminati, I sacrifice my ops or something like that. I was like, Nipsey was independent until he signed. No, he was still down even when he was. Remember, I said he got the Drake feature in 2010, and he was still supposedly independent. Well, he business wise he was independent, but he still had that Drake feature. So he was still down then. That nigga was a plant, by the way. Because he used to write for Snoop back in the day. A lot of people don't know that. Nipsey used to write for Snoop. Like, back in the day. So you're going to bump some Famous Dex and you got to go to working out. Damn. I've been on here, what, hour 23? Shit. Yeah, I got to go to bed, too. I got to wake up early. What new rappers I feel like on the rise? On the rise, shit. I can't remember the last time I didn't listen to a rapper I would say was on the rise. Okay. I don't know about who's on the rise. Because now I just listen to whoever the fuck I want to listen to. I'm trying to think, who is on the rise? Because I feel like once they on the rise, they die right after. Like Big Scar was on the rise and that nigga died. I think coming out the West, Denver Nuggets being first in the West is straight out of NBA 2K in real life. That's an NBA 2K. Phoenix. Said Nip was CIA. Welcome to Krishan Rock. She used to be bad until she met Blueface. Well, she got down with them people. Jay Critch was signed to Rich the Kid too. He dropped the tape like a couple months ago. I don't even think he went with Rich Forever anymore. Yep, same with Dolph. Independent but down with them people. I remember it was like right after he signed the Empire, or did the distro deal with Empire, shit got a little funny. Even though really he was down before that. Because if you remember Preach, the remix had Jeezy and Rick Ross. And then he had, was it pulled off with 2 Chainz. And then was a role model. Fast forward some years, he had a Snoop Dogg feature. Then he had a Lil Wayne feature too, if I remember correct. So you see, still independent, but you see. Trinidad James has a song called Zion where he mentions what happens when you sign that contract. Yeah, when he claimed to be independent too, and there's a whole on the Father Figure tape that nigga doing one eye symbolism, blatant as hell. And then he ghost wrote for Bruno Mars too, so he always got a check coming in. And he got back in the game because he went to Hollywood. His words. Heard about that, but the first one to write for Snoop, and it was on his only classic album was the DLC, because you know DLC got his vocal cords fucked up. But that's like Drake used to write for Dr. Dre when he was like 19. Like he used to have to like get a tent and camp in the studio and would ghost write for Dr. Dre. Katie dating Brittany Griner. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's some weird shit. Didn't Akon get his money and leave? That's the way. I mean, he's still down with them people. But yeah, he kind of dipped up out of there. Did Snoop Dogg kill anyone back in the day? Yeah, the nigga had a whole murder case. After he made that song, "Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me." Fast forward like 2001, because it was like after that case, then he switched from the gangster image to the family friendly image. That's why I said when this YSL shit over, Young Thug gonna have to change his image. He gonna have to be way more family friendly. He gonna have to embrace that dress wearing side a lot more. Get rid of that slat shit. Where was the case came out in 94? No, it came out in 93. Dog Style came out in 93. But yeah, the music video, "The Murder Was the Case," basically showed Snoop Dogg selling the soul. Dolph had 2 Chainz on "Get This Money." Yeah, we gonna get this money. That's right. That's right. And that song went super viral with that white kid in the tux dancing at the gas station. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You was wondering about Dane Cook, the stand-up comedian? He was investigating if you didn't find one hidden hand or one eye symbol. He must have stopped playing ball because he disappeared. For one, in comedy, you're not supposed to steal jokes. It's like that's like the thing. It's weird. Like in rap, it's okay to steal bars. Stealing flows, I mean, nigga steal flows like a motherfucker. No, it don't matter. But in comedy, like you can't stealing jokes is a big no-no. Cause like you don't do that. And Dane Cook, same with Carlos Mencia, was known for stealing jokes. I want to say Joe Rogan called out who's it? I think Joe Rogan called out Mencia or somebody. I think Joe Rogan called out Mencia. But Dane Cook was known for stealing jokes. And you'll get blackballed quick as fuck for that shit. But as big as Dane Cook was and got all the specials on Comedy Central and shit. And what he had that movie with Jennifer Aniston? He got down. It's just, you know, he fucked himself. He shot himself in the foot, metaphorically. Some Doug did the same. Now he always active on Facebook. That's when you know you old. He said active on Facebook. Saw Brittany Griner in Phoenix a few years ago sitting at a bar by herself. Dane Cook sold Louis C.K. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't be stealing. Sold a Louis C.K. joke. Is Melly gonna come back in the industry? Low key forgot about him for years. If he do, it's gonna be like Bobby Shmurda. Ain't nobody gonna really be checking for his music. Say Murder Was the Case came out in '94. You sure? Because I swear Doggy Style came out in '93. And Murder Was the Case was on there. Unless the video came out. Unless it came out as a single in '94 and the video came out in '95. Rogan called out Mencia. I have to look that up, though, about the Murder Was the Case thing, though. Actually, let me grab my phone. Damn, it's almost 2 o'clock. Jesus Christ. Murder Was the Case. Snoop. Doggy Style. Which I'm glad he put it back on Apple Music. Doggy Style came out November 23rd, 93. Fast forward. Track list. I don't care about that other shit. Yeah, that came out in 93. Yep, November 93. Snoop Dogg now has his own show catered to the younger generation. Is creepy. Was he trying to push weed on the kids? Says Melly going to get the death penalty. I doubt it. Honestly, don't nobody give a fuck about Melly. And see, it was doing Mexican jokes and wasn't even Mexican either. Damn. Made his whole act off that. Melly in jail, yeah. He tried to do his own sacrifice himself. Such an idiot. My friend sent me a video. There was this some no-name ass rapper. That's gonna be my last thing. Killed his grandparents because it thought that that's how that he was gonna make it in the game because he killed his own grandparents. Like not that he say he signed a deal and then did it, but just because he killed his grandparents. I mean, he did go viral for it now, but not for his music. What setup they use to record videos? Depends. If I'm using like my laptop, I got a webcam and I use StreamYard, but if I'm recording, like now it's my phone. So I'm sitting over here, chances are it's my phone. If I'm sitting over at my desk, it's my laptop with my webcam and my microphone and shit. Are these celebs really in jail or at like a clone facility being held hostage? When these niggas get arrested, bro, they go to a whole special. They like a special jail. And then other times you talking about they come back looking different, you know they was going to a cloning facility. Kodak Black. Or if they are in a real jail or a prison, they be heavily protected. Are there any food shortages where I'm at or anything kind of off? Not food shortages, no. Nah. I think the last time we had a food shortage was probably like, what, a year and a half ago? Tornado that hit your town was by the numbers. Damn, yeah, that's what happened in Chattanooga on Easter, like, what, 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago. Weather manipulation, weather warfare. HARP, H-A-R-P. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to go to bed. It's almost 2 o'clock. Shit. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and the notification bell. Been good chatting with y'all. Still can't believe I'm been up 2 o'clock live streaming. That's wild. But yeah, man, I'm out, bro.